Hello everybody. How is it going? We're back. I'm drinking a little mango yogurt drink. Enjoying a little naan. And apparently playing Long Dark. Now, when we last left off, we had some... What time of day is it? We had some rabbits we'd like to cook. We'd probably also like to clean them and get the guts and pelts and things. But I think at the moment the meat is going to be the top priority. Let's pick this up. We're going to leave this pelt in here to cure, and we are going to make our way, unless I am mistaken, to Coastal Highway. So let's harvest this. Can I do this by hand? Yeah. Let's save a tool. And this rabbit is the one I'd like to drop. I think we have enough rabbit pelts, as I remember. Now, do I want to cook this? Is it light enough out that I can get a fire going with the magnifying glass? That would be superb. It looks like it may be. So if that's the case, you know, no questions asked, we'll do that. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I'm carrying the magnifying glass, yes? Start fire. We shouldn't need more than a couple sticks, really, to cook this rabbit. Then we'll be able to fill our belly up before we move on. Yeah, I'm drinking a tropical drink, which makes me think of how tropical it is in this game.
Turned out pretty well.
High temperatures. Well, a lot of coal. I'm tempted to use a piece of that, but I will use the sticks because I know they take up so much more, you know, weight. Do the kilogram pieces first. Anything I can do for 34 minutes? I will drop these for now. Anything need mending? Maybe these socks. How long would that take? How much cloth do I have? Just the one piece. Okay, I'm not going to use it right now. Those would take a while to tear up. Got a lot of matches on me. I must have just looted them. Forgive me, viewers, for reacquainting myself somewhat slowly with my environment. We are fairly encumbered, aren't we? Ah, that's a good thing to do for 30 minutes. Cannot complain about that. Let's cook this much water. And the other rabbit pieces. While we eat that rabbit. Eating rabbit. Eating rabbit. It takes a lot of time to actually make one, any significant amount. Usually 2 rabbits is like a day's food or less. I'd like this water to be done. 15 minutes. We'll add one more stick. Prepare our last reishi mushroom set. Mmm, yum, yum, yum. Lots of good water. Take that. Alright, let's get out of here. It shouldn't smell like anything. I think we should be able to make it to the... I took my bedroll, right? Yes. We should be able to make it to the mine by night. And if we can do that, we will have a nice place to stay that is not out in the snow. That said, I do not want to encounter any wolves on the road or off the road. But the idea here is if we can make it over to Coastal Highway, then Desolation Point, make our bow. When we come back, these pelts will be cured, and we can get that part of the fur challenge done. And I think among all the things, then we just need a wolf pelt or something like that, and some guts, of course. But we can always get guts. It's really not a challenge. And then with our fur challenge complete, we'll just have to go off to Timberwolf Mountain and hopefully Ash Canyon. Explore around up there. See what the Great Wild has in store for us. The Great Wild. I think I'm more philosophical. You would think I would have greater philosophical insights, calling it like the Great Wild or something like that. You know, there's always a guy like that on TV who's like, yeah, I feel a deep spiritual connection to this place that I moved to, and had in my mind. I'm not saying that people don't have deep spiritual connections to, you know, biomes or specific eco areas. I'm just saying there's a specific type of guy, as there is with most things, who has chosen to get into it and is maybe getting a little too into it. Who's choosing this rugged aesthetic. I mean, some people, they choose the rugged thing and it works, you know. But I think you've got to give the impression that it's really for you. Really for you, or you got to walk the walk. And if you're on television, it's kind of hard to sell yourself as someone who's walking the naturalistic walk. Especially funny if, you know, some tragic incident befalls. Well, hold on now. I take it back. What do I have on me for guns? Wow, I am loaded. Nothing gets past me. Question is, if I get all these good things from Coastal Highway, am I going to be able to bring them back? Maybe not. I see some rabbit over there, but we've had our fill of rabbit for today. I just hope that there are no wandering wolves. I see a cave over there. It's still a little bit till dusk. I might go check it out. I sort of think that there's probably not a bear there, since we've already encountered like 2 to 3 bears? I actually can't remember. At least 2 bears in Pleasant Valley. It would be shocking to me if... What's my weight? Weight's okay. I mean, we're encumbered, sure, but not so much that one stick is gonna knock me over the edge. Oops. I'll leave that one there. I could harvest it, but for some reason it bothers me to have them in not sets of 2, because then I can't make them prepared at the same time. Anything exciting in here? Probably just some lumps of coal. Well, it's a good place to know about. If we're ever caught out here during a, as the French say, une blizzard. I don't know if they say that. You know, I must have walked up this path a dozen times, and I still didn't know about that cave. You know, I didn't know what was in it. There's a balance to strike. You know, people have asked for procedurally generated, the long dark maps. And the devs have said no. And I am mixed on the idea myself. On one hand, they say, the developers, that they value this sense of getting to know a place. They value the sense of learning about the environment and the way things, you know, the way things work, the patterns. To an extent, I agree. You know, learning like, oh, this tree means that I'm over here doing that. But I probably think another reason they say no is because to make good procedurally generated maps, that would be very, very hard. These maps have a lot of detail to them in, you know, how line of sight even is set up, where the resources are placed. There's a lot of thought to it. I'm not sure you could necessarily distill it down into a generator. You know, I'm sure whatever advanced machine learning you could, but you need good maps as an input to that. And it's harder to do the Dead Cells thing or the Isaac thing of set piece rooms, you know, where it's a room of some flavor and they stitch a bunch of rooms of, you know, they have hand designed things and they're stitched together in a random amount. Because, you know, unlike Dead Cells or Isaac where you see those motifs for like a minute or two, here you would see them for hours and hours. I mean, they become your trod over things. So it wouldn't really feel like a randomly generated place. Unless you had your elements sufficiently small enough, and then it might feel a little chaotic. I don't know. Okay. I thought it was something scary. It's just a deer. But complexity aside, let's say why you would or wouldn't want to make randomly generated. I do think that there is something special about the game in playing it for the first time, in that you don't know the place, you don't know the area, and you're trying to gain that understanding of it during play. That is very fun, and it feels very rewarding when you know, finally get it together. The highest difficulty of this game is not designed for that kind of play. It's actually designed with the intention that you know where everything is in mind. Which, I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like exploration needs to be a part of the game. Not just exploration as in going places, but exploration as in seeing what is over there. I think that's what's, you know, draws people to play certain games for hours and hours, is like, you know, the Elder Scrolls series or the Fallout games. There's this big map and you start at one corner and it's sort of like, okay, see what you can find, and people enjoy finding whatever is dug up. So maybe the solution is just then to make a huge map, much huger. And it's already quite large. but it's not nearly as dense as something like Fallout. I mean, Fallout, you walk outside of one, you know, location and you are possibly bumping into the next already. Okay. Goodbye, Pleasant Valley. Oh, it's dark. I will take cloth in any form I can get it. Okay, do I have a lantern on me? A little low on oil, but should be a quick walk through. We're not too exhausted yet. I don't know. I believe this should be open regardless of if we need an aurora or not.
That'll come in handy.
Heavy. Gross.
Ah!
Ouch. Who knows? Maybe a moldy chocolate bar will be just the thing I need to save the day sometime soon. Let's try this way. No good, but what does this person have on them? Anything? Nothing. They have a torch. I think that is a full condition torch. I don't think you often find low condition torches as loot, which is quite nice. Clink, clank, clink, clank. There's that person down that way. I will take a soda. This is a tough workbench to use because you need to have your own light for using it. I don't need any charcoal right now. I don't think I brought the pry bar. I don't think I need it.
Thank goodness.
Nothing good in there anyway, just soda. Let's see if we come out of the mine. I don't necessarily want to traipse around in the dark. Might be wise just to sleep out the rest of the day. We could use the remaining daylight, repair that sock, but I'm not sure it needs it either. For some reason this way seems like, oh, well, I'm wrong. But oh, my clicker's a little sticky.
I could use this.
Did he have a revolver on him or just a bullet? I was just thinking I'm a little low on fuel. We can spend an hour cracking open that lantern, getting the fuel out of it. Hopefully it has more than... Oh!
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Speak of the devil. Better to be thorough. We can leave things in a coordinated group at the entrance, rather than leaving them all dispersed in the mine. Does slow us down a little, but I'm not too worried about being slow right now. I believe this is the way out. Probably bothers some of my more particular viewers that I'm not exploring every path fully, you know. It bothers me a little bit as well, which is why I bring it up. You're not alone. Yeah, that looks like an exit. Some natural light. One more set of,
Could end up being useful.
alright. These boots are so heavy. I'll never use them. Lots of coal in here. Alright, now I'm loaded down like a pack mule. More goodies I could possibly carry. I wonder if we should spend the daylight to read a chapter of that book. Books are very heavy. We have food on us, so I don't mind staying here for the night. One more.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
I'm worried if I go another hour, we will be ensconced in darkness. Well, let me see. What's another nice heavy thing I can get rid of? Yeah. Spend an hour on that. Refuel this fella. Oh wait, I have multiple lanterns on me? How many lanterns have I picked up? Okay. I might be losing a little to dehydration here. All in the interest of saving water. Let's refuel. What other things can we get done out here in the cold? Probably tear up some old clothes. As long as we're not freezing, I'd rather be outside. The shoes will take a little while. That's why I'm putting that off. Pardon my sip, listener. What other junk did I pick up? Stump remover. Alright, I'll tear up the shoes, then I'll take care of myself and go to bed.
Gonna need to rest soon.
Don't sleep out in the open. That's a bad idea. The good news here is that I can eat some of my salty foods. Do I dare eat this? I'm gonna try. This might be the end of me. Come on. Okay, no issues. I'll eat salty foods. I might have to leave this dog food. And I'll have some of my sodas as well, since I need to rehydrate. And I need the calories. Yes, everything's coming along wonderfully. Just top up here with clean, fresh water. Set the bedroll down wherever I can manage it. Hopefully 10 hours to do it. Let's not waste any more daylight. Keep the stomach full. Keep the
It's starting to weigh me down.
bladder full. I'm not sure. If we get desperate, we can eat that on the way home. Okay, what thing? Should we leave anything here? We probably don't need simple tools. That's a whole kilogram. Probably don't need a jerry can. We might on the way back. Probably don't need a broken down repair kit. Probably don't need this sew kit. What else could we get rid of? I don't know. That's enough for walking. Let's try to get to some sort of shelter. Take 10 minutes to sketch the entrance. That way, if we ever sketch again, we'll know where we are relative to here. I have a pretty good idea, but it never helps to have an actual map. It never helps, it never hurts. So if we're going to Desolation Point, I believe we will need to travel that away. Our goal here is simply to produce a number of arrowheads such that will never be want for arrows if we can find the appropriate birch shafts. And if we can, we should try to find some maple saplings too, but that's really luck of the draw. I know where we can get arrowheads. I don't know where we can get maple saplings. Someone, if they were on Interloper, they would say, oh, there's a 0.28% chance there's a maple sap drop. They call it a sap drop. Map sap drop on Bupkis Hill. You gotta do a Bupkis Hill rush early in the game. Now it might be tempting because there is I believe a building here. Go and oh wait. Speak of the devil. I see something very, very interesting up there. Specifically, I see saplings. And unless my eyes deceive me, they are maple. This is good. We can set these in a building as we head to... I'm trying to set everything up very clean, such that the things that need to cure, they cure as we go out. And we just pick them up when they're all done as we go back. You know, professional. Occasionally I think there is a bear up here. So I'm kind of checking my 6. Delta Tango Bravo, check your 6. We got a Delta 65er in progress. you know, under many circumstances, you do not gotta hand it to them. But in terms of inventing a job title called the job title of comptroller, you do gotta hand it to whatever unimaginative individual cooked that up. Yes, there's the building. I'm debating if we should loot this or save it for the way back. I have a sense we might have to save it for the way back. I'm also debating taking out this deer, but we're quite far from other shelters, though it is a lot of food. Dang, where'd he go? Yeah, I don't want to pick up a bunch of kilograms and get weighed down and then not be able to make it to somewhere where I can cook and eat it. Sad to say, we may have to leave that for later. The goal here ultimately is that the bow and arrow can replace the rifle. The rifle itself weighs something like 7 kilograms. The bow weighs, I think, half a kilogram. And although the rifle is slightly better at longer range, I think I probably prefer it for hunting bear. The bow is about just as good for hunting deer or wolf, once you have had a little practice with it. We will have to have some practice, but if you're going to go somewhere like Timberwolf Mountain or Ash Canyon, where being quick is important, as in quickly getting from one shelter to another, or you have to climb ropes, you want to keep your weight as low as possible, but you still want to be effective against, you know, dangerous things like wolves. What's this on the ground? Anything? A rock? A rabbit? The world's smallest bear? You know, everybody calls those tardigrade guys water bears, but I don't think they look that much like bears. I think they should have called them water guinea pigs. And in fact, I'm willing to stake my whole career on this. Prominent streamer calls legitimacy of water bear into question, colon, open quote, they look more like guinea pigs to me, all I'm saying, close quote. Subheadline, nation shocked, appalled, liking, subscribing. I just think it's a bit much when someone is shocked and appalled. Both? You need to be both? One of them isn't enough for you? I'm going to deviate from the beaten path here. This coastal highway is always a little bit wider than I remember. I always think of it as being more or less everything in the same place, but there is a serious radius that needs to be contended with. The whole of Coastal Highway is shaped like an arc, and we are walking along the arc length. It seems I may have put myself in a little bit of trouble, since there is a rope here that I'm supposed to climb down. But you know what? Never been one for rule following. We'll find a way down there. Let's see how steep this looks. Looks pretty bad. Let's go over there. No, I think we can do this. There is the bear. Oh. Oh, I regret this. If we go over to the right. Is there enough ledge? Oh! Okay. That could have gone better. Damage control. Okay, nothing's torn up too bad. Oh. Well, I think it would have been easier on the other side to hop down. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. You cannot just jump off cliffs. This is a good survival tip for anyone who's trying to survive in the wilderness. You see a cliff, you may want to consider the consequences of jumping off of it. Well, you know what? I mean, what does this cost us, really? Some cloth, a little bit of time. Time is really the biggest sink, but I think with the time we've saved, it might be more or less net zero. Right. Let's stop in at the Quonset hut. If we can get past the wolves. This would be a good place to fuel up. Drop off anything we need to drop off. I know what you're thinking. Hey, don't drop off another cliff. You just did that. Well, what can I say? I live on the edge. And I never take no for an answer. Except someone really means it. I never take no for an answer unless it would harm someone else. I'm extremely considerate. Besides, this isn't really a cliff. That's like a reasonable berm to drop. Don't worry about me. I've cut my teeth on mitigating fall damage through probably dozens of Skyrim playthroughs. Though, well, I admit the stakes are lower. But that's why that's practice and this is the real ball game. There's that wolf. A lot of people think that you should never approach the wolf. You should always try to keep far line of sight. You know. I think it's better if you can see where the wolf is. Does the wolf smell me for some reason? I don't think they should. Not if I've done my due diligence. Boy, it is unsettling though, isn't it? I can't use the rifle, which I much prefer because of my sprained wrist. How am I going to get out of this one? Alright, I hit wolf. When I'm done hanging out in here in a couple hours, there will be one less wolf around. This is going to be a good place to leave some ammunition. Because I believe it's the closest place to where you can reload things if we get to that point. Ideally, you know, never have to reload anything. You just switch to the bow and enjoy that. Enjoy that experience. But, okay. Crowbar in there. Those lockers. Okay. Probably nothing in here, but...
I think I can use this.
Oh, climbing socks. That is a must. So we will definitely be doing a little repairing.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
After we search everything in here. Come on now. I think this sticky mouse is gonna get me I'm gonna be doing a high risk activity. It's gonna get me messed up.
Hope I can still eat this.
That's what I think. Right, oh yeah, okay, so I'm bringing the coal for foraging. I'm bringing the scrap metal for foraging. I'm bringing the hacksaw to get more scrap metal for foraging. I probably will need other wood as well. But I can get wood when I arrive at the forge.
That'll come in handy.
Come on now. Oh, that's good. We have simple tools in here. Should we need to repair anything? We're gonna have to leave some repair kits. Some sodas. Wow, they really pierced that candy bar, eh? Stuck the prong on that thing straight through the packaging. It's probably no good.
This'll come in handy.
I've often said that skilled convenience store clerks are the guardians of humanity, you know? So it would be really sad to see that in this apocalypse nobody's able to carry on that torch. Yes, sir, we are loaded up with goods. We will have to leave some stuff here to eat on the way back. That's just fine. Okay. Let's get back to the old workbench. Is that a soda on the ground or just a crushed can? Just a crushed can. Just flavor. I can't imagine what it's like to schlep all this. Sounds horrible. Okay, let's store. Let's store any casings. The rest of the things we can store. We'll be dropping things. Okay, so let's drop this. We'll drop these. This takes 6 days to cure. What else can we drop? Do not need all of those bandages. What clothes are priority to repair? Probably the pants. The pants. Maybe the socks at this point. Everything else is probably alright. Get that repair skill up. Yeah, everything's also a little dinged, but not too worse for wear. Oh, I shouldn't repair these socks because I'm going to be repairing these. Yes, these are going to make much better socks. They weigh the same, if not less. And, oops, I made a mistake by harvesting during the light time. The light time, that's time for repairs, you know? I get snow pants. Right. Okay, what else do we have to get rid of? We have these books. We'll read these while we're here, or we won't do much else. Antiseptic is heavy. We probably don't need all of these reishi and rose hips. That's even maybe too many, but I am a hoarder. Not eating that. What else is not worth eating? Probably those guys. Other things we may yet eat. We'll lose some weight of food while we're in here. We have an extra hatchet we're not using. And the simple tools. We probably will not use the simple tools. We should do some... Oh, we have 2 knives. Well, let's drop our worse off knife. And I don't think we'll actually need the crowbar. As much use as it came into here. We have those. We're still extremely heavy. We don't need all the flares. Boy, is there echo in this garage. I would like to read these books. Perhaps we'll read them here if we're waiting for anything to finish curing.
I'm so thirsty I can't think straight.
Don't worry, we've got plenty of food and water. I know the viewers at home are probably screaming, "You gotta ditch this." Yeah, I gotta ditch these boots. They're not worth breaking up right now. Same with all these. Very heavy, not very useful. Other than that, I have food that I'm going to be eating. Alright, should we try eating this? It's still light. We could repair one more thing. Actually, what's our cloth at right now? 3. Take that cargo pants. And I'll tear those up. Be over by the bed. Yeah, we will do a repair. No. Let's. How tired are we? We're not really that tired. I think it's time to drink a couple sodas and read. Oh, I'm not healthy enough. Dang. Well, we have a lot of bandages. What am I experiencing right now? Just a sprained wrist. One bandage is worth it to get to do research. Come on, last water, last. Think we can get through one more hour? We can always try it. Might not go well for us. Come on, come on. Nice. We are a novice fire starter. Oh, we have an aurora, so we have light. Then I think it's worth doing a little more research. Wouldn't you agree, friendos? If we could knock out both these research books. This could be a huge win for us. For us underdogs. Will we be traveling in the middle of the day? Yes. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Ah. Well, we got all but the last hour out. Alright, let's eat. Actually, let's sleep the 2 hours we need to dehydrate. And then we will eat and then sleep more. Alright, I'm trying it. Luck be with me.
I need some water.
It's working. It's working, people. Eat your saltiest foods first. That's how you survive in a world like this. We'll finish it up with the peaches. And the water. I like to keep one soda around. I don't know why. Probably don't need the simple tools. Now let's get lots of sleep. Try to heal up that condition loss. I think I'm going to call it here for this day's episode. But hopefully we'll come back and continue exploring the wacky world of the Long Dark.